Hey, it's your girl, Copper Color Creations. Hey, family, how is everybody doing? How has everybody been? Your girl is back. Hey, family, I am so excited to be back, family. Yes. Okay. So, I'm back in the lab, family. First of all, I want to shout my ancestors out. Shout out to my ancestors, my spirit guides, the angels, the archangels, all my ancestors that's helping me and protecting me. I am thankful. I am very, very grateful. I am thankful and I am honored. I just wanted to give all the love to my ancestors, family. I also want to send all of my love energy out to the whole wide world. Why? Because love is a frequency, family, that covers a multitude of sins. Yes, yes. Okay. Ooh, wee. Okay, so before I got my notes, family, I believe the last time um, we spoke, I was going to Miami, and I'm so excited to talk about my Miami trip. One thing I can say about Miami, Miami loves your girl, and your girl loves Miami. I got treated like royalty, okay, by the natives, the people that live there. Now, the tourists, that's another whole topic. I'm going to talk about that on my I think I'm gonna talk about on my divine dating video that I'm gonna do. So family, I'm gonna be uploading these videos. I'm gonna discuss exactly what I've been doing and what the future holds. What I've done is I've switched things up, you know, kind of did a 360 on some things, released some projects. Can't have too many projects at one time. I want to do one project at a time. So I've been building my empire, family, and I am excited. The energy is amazing. Okay, this divine feminine energy, if you are not in it, I suggest you get in it. It feels amazing. You wake up happy. You know, I've been walking around. Like I said, I've been doing some new things, family. I started golf. I got some tap dance shoes. I'm about to start tap dance classes. I'm doing some line dancing. Listen, your girl is outside, family. I am outside. And it just feels so good. So, let's get back on track. So the name of this video, family, is called Celebration of Life. Okay? And for those that don't know, I was in a coma 7 years ago, and I'm celebrating that. March 7th, to be exact, was the day I slipped in a coma. So for the whole month of March, I'm just celebrating life. I am very grateful to have a second chance at life and trust and believe I am going to stand on business when it comes to this second chance. All right. Now, before we get started, before we get started, I want to shout out all the so-called chosen, aka indigo babies, aka light workers, aka star seeds, rainbow warriors, the whole 144 squad, my soul tribe. You know who you are, okay? You know who you are, all right? I am speaking to you, okay? I want to make that very clear, all right? So, before I get started, I want to say a prayer, family. Yes, I do. Let's do Psalms 23, verse 4. Let's go. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Creator of heaven and earth. So shall it be. Okay. All right, family. So let's get this started. So my first video back, I'm celebrating life. I want to go over what happened to me. I want to go over who is behind it. I want to go over what I accomplished. I just want to go over my journey really quickly. I am going to be writing a book, so I won't be giving all details, but I think I talked about this, little spurts on my video, but I want to go over it again, and I want to let many know, you know, family, while basically, while we are, being entertained by Kendrick Lamar and They Not Like Us and his and 50 Cent and BMF's beef and just being entertained behind the scenes, okay? We have people called the CIA who has been spending a lot of money on research on how to disconnect the conscious mind from the body. Okay? Spending all types of money on research. Basically, look in the declassified CIA records. I've been swimming in them. Let me tell you something. They not only want to control us in this life, in this training camp, on this realm, but they also want to control us in the afterlife and the decisions that we make. Okay? For those that don't know, we have been deceived. We have been stuck in a karmic cycle, okay? Reincarnating back here on this realm. Yes, different lifetimes, okay? Same soul, different body, different identity, okay? So, many of us, right when we came out of our mother's womb, they knew who we were, okay? Many of us come from royal bloodlines, all right? And many of us have reincarnated back here, okay, to stand on business, okay? And if you don't know what I mean, then what I'm saying is many of us come from a royal bloodline, have reincarnated back here, okay, to bring balance and peace here on this realm called Earth, okay? So that's the whole scenario for a lot of my soul tribe reporting being gang stalked, harassed, and so many other diabolical things that's been going on. It's not a coincidence that we all have been going through the same issue. Some of us have had it a little harder. Okay. They said he was going to wear out the saints now. All right now. Come on now. Clock this T. Come on now. Y'all clocking everybody else T, but ain't nobody clocking my T. My T is transformational. All right? Clock my T. So, yeah, we got to stop being distracted and entertained, and we got to go a little further, and I'm going to discuss that on my Who Are My Ancestors video. I'm going to discuss, I wanted to know who my ancestors were, but I went a little further. I wanted to know, family. I wanted to know who I was before I was born into this realm. Okay? We know the genealogy is cool, but I went a little further. I wanted to know because see, if consciousness is a frequency, it's energy, right? And energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed, then we have been lied to about death and what happens after death. Okay? And I'm going to speak a little bit on that. They want us to be in fear. Okay? Not only do they want us to be in fear, they want us to be in fear of death. Okay? Now, let's get a little deep here, family. I'm going to talk about this before I get started in my story, but let's get started here. Okay, so once again, we are royalty. Okay? We are one with the Creator. All right? Family, everybody on this earth don't have a soul, okay? All right? And if you don't know what that means that they don't have a dialogue with the Creator, aka God, aka Source, aka that which is, okay? You get it? They don't have a dialogue, all right? They hijacked, cheated, okay? To be on this earth, okay? To have a soul, okay? A birthright inheritance, a soul, a connection to the Creator, you must come through a portal, a womb, okay? Not an incubator, all right? Not an egg or a bag. You must come through the sacred womb. Okay? So there are now there are a lot of people on this earth that were not born the righteous way. And that's all I'm going to say. We are not the same. And they are not like us at all. Okay? The difference, is a big difference. It's a big difference. And I don't think I need to go in detail. When you're out in public, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your connections. And you will see for yourself what's going on. All right? And that's all I want to say in this season, family. In this particular season, if you are not trying to build a closer bond to the divine Creator or even a bond, Okay? For my non believers, baby, I am suggesting you start now. No. Start like yesterday. Okay? All right. Now, we're going to talk more about this because, like I said, I'm back. But, people always ask me, how do you get closer or even build a bond with Source? And the number one thing, and I'm going to discuss this on my divine dating, I believe it's part 4, I don't remember, but I'm going to explain this in detail. Okay, a lot of people got it all misconstrued, but like I said, I'm standing on business, so I'm going to clear up any confusion when it comes to being a true divine being on this journey of healing and breaking generational curses. Okay? Now, number one, let's talk about, and I'm going to go over it again, but it just bothers me because I hear so many people talk about I'm abstinent, I'm celibate, I'm abstinent, I'm celibate, and they don't know the difference. Okay, let's talk about the difference of the two. So, abstinence. Abstinence mean you are abstraining from. You could be abstaining from strawberries, hot dogs, meat. Temporarily. You can be abstaining from anything. Okay, and so what? When you hear abstinence, I'm going to give you an example. So say that I am practicing abstinence with sexual intercourse, right? So that means I am not going to have, temporarily, I am not going to have any sexual intercourse. But, but I am still going to masturbate and look at porn, and I might do a little oral, but I'm not going to have sexual intercourse. That's abstinence, and that's just a temporary thing. You might do it 30, 60, 90 days, and then you back out there, right? Okay, that's abstinence. Celibacy is when you totally chastise your mind, body, and soul for a long period of time for 2 reasons. Now, celibacy means that your mind, your thoughts is not in the gutter, okay? That means you're not even thinking about having sex. Or when you look at a woman or a man, it's not in a sexual way. You have no sexual desires, no sexual fantasies. You cut sex off and you turn that sexual lust energy off, and you turn on the love and vibrate higher, so you can heal your sacral chakra. Now, the 2 reasons why you would go celibate is, number one, is it's a spiritual walk, and you just decided that you don't want sexual intercourse ever in life. You're good. Okay? All right. And the other reason why you would go celibate in my case is because I am holding my sacred womb, okay, for my ordained, divine, equally yoked kingdom spouse. Okay? I will not have sexual intercourse or even be thinking about being sexual until the day me and my divine counterpart come into union. And that is ordained by the Creator, which would be my soulmate, my higher level soulmate. And I am going to be explaining how to manifest your soulmate, because divine beings, especially the divine feminine energy, we do not chase, we attract. So our masculine counterparts is going to court us. Are we going to reciprocate that back? Oh, yes, definitely. But we don't, how can I say this? We are not pygmies. We go with divine flow. Okay? All right. And so that's the difference between celibacy and abstinence. And so many people get it confused. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, but it's okay. Now, to get closer or even build a relationship for some that don't have a relationship with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, the divine creator, number one, you must go celibate. You have to cleanse your sexual, and that is the number one rule. Okay? For those on platforms, for all these fake divine beings and fake love coaches and all this, I know y'all see them getting exposed. Exposed. Everybody getting exposed if you ain't on the right frequency. You cannot be on a platform leading thousands and millions of people astray, talking about you divine, divine this and divine that. But behind closed doors, you got playmates everywhere. You lying, you cheating, you already know. You're working for the opposite side behind closed doors. Because see, it's two sides. We got the children of the lights and the children of the dark. Okay? And I don't judge anybody. Remember, this is a judge-free zone. No matter what religion you in, no matter where, because see, we all had a journey. We all had to go through each religion to ascend. It's part of the learning journey. I had to grow up being raised as a Jehovah's Witness and then getting baptized as a Christian and then studying every religion after that. Like, it's a learning process. So I learned not to judge anyone, just to plant those seeds and keep it moving. So I am not trying to stampede on any of anybody's religion. But what I will say is you got to talk the talk and walk the walk in this season. Okay? And if you don't, there is a thing called divine intervention. You will be exposed. Okay? Your podcast, your platform, okay, so you will know that what you are doing is not divinely guided. You will know because you are not protected. Okay? Okay? Many are called, but few are chosen. All right? And so, with that being said, many of us got that phone call. Okay? Let's make that very clear. And if you know who you are, you know who you are. You know you got that phone call. And if you pick that phone call up and you put the Creator on hold, or if you pick that phone call up and you playing in the Creator's face, you are letting your whole bloodline down from generations and generations to come. Okay? So I'm speaking to the ones that got the phone call. They want to get a better relationship with the Creator. Number one, you must go celibate. I'm going to keep repeating it because people be like, oh man, how you celibate? That's hard to do. I'm going on 3 years and I'm happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Yes. Can I be happier? Let me tell y'all how happy I am, family. This video gonna be, I don't know, I don't really care how long it's gonna be. I've been gone since December. let me just explain what inner happiness. When people ask me how I'm doing, this is a side note, family. I'm gonna stay on task, but I say I'm inner happy because I didn't even really know. I knew inner happy means I was happy in the inside, right? But I really did not know that inner happiness is a feeling of contentment and peace that comes from within. Ooh, it can also mean a sense of fulfillment and stillness. Ooh, wee. And I'm going to make another video. I think I'm going to add this in with my chakra video because I said I was going to make a chakra video and I meant what I said. I said what I said. I am coming through, family. I am going to make an amazing chakra video to help everybody get in alignment with your chakras, which is very important. That chakra system controls your emotional, okay, and mental state of being. It's very important. Okay, so how to find your inner happiness, that's going to be one of the videos, but it's going to be talking about mainly focused on getting the chakras rolling and getting them in alignment. Okay, so to get closer to the Creator, let's talk about it. Celibacy, yeah, it's not hard. And when people come up and say, "How do I do it?" I look at them and you know what I say? Wow. How do you not want to get closer to the Creator, the divine Creator? How do you not want to break generational curses? Okay? I am breaking tons of generational curses, incest, molestation, all types of sexual immortality by healing my sacred womb. Okay? And that is something that just makes you feel so good with inside. You know, even though every sex partner that we encounter, their DNA is in us forever. All right. And thank God I don't have, I'm going to just say this. I am so glad that I wasn't out there, uh, you know, doing the thing, because you can cleanse the energy, but just could you imagine for people that just sleep around? Oof. Okay, let me get back to the. All right. So celibacy, no sexual immortality. All right. Okay now. You have to cleanse your energy, negative energy. No negative Nancy, hating, jealous, envying, backstabbing, narcissistic energy around you. Okay? And how do you decipher who is good or bad? Well, I've already told you on, I think, one of my Divine Dating videos. Pull your energy back. Okay? And I'm going to go in detail on that on the next couple videos on how to strategically pull your energy back from a covert, narcissistic, manipulating energy vampire. Okay? And that's what's, because the paradigm, family, that we have going on now is the empath versus the narcissist. Okay? And we already won the war. Okay? So, light always overshadows the dark. We know that. With lights, dark, stand down. All right, so pull your energy back. For my fellas out there, I'm gonna drop a major bomb. I told y'all Majority of my followers are masculine energy. So I got a surprise for y'all. I'm going to put y'all on game, give y'all some secrets, give you some everything. I'm going to help my divine masculine and my divine feminine. But I really got some real gems for my masculine energy who who might be stuck and stagnant in a situation, or who might just need some help or just some advice. Okay, so I do want to talk about that because, you know, if Belle Biv DeVoe told y'all, never trust a big butt and a smile, that girl is poison. All right. And for my ladies, if you ain't watched Black Snake Moan, ooh wee, go check that out. All right. Just, hey, let me tell you something. I'm talking about this because when y'all state that y'all got a relationship with the Creator and y'all doing this, I can see that you don't have a connection to the Creator. There are things that you must go through. This is not for the weak. Phew. Family, do you guys know what only a remnant is? I mean, man, that is not that. It's slim, very slim. So yes, I emphasize, fellas, get it together. Whether you're with your wife, your girlfriend, your freak friend, your situationship, your friend, your best friend, whatever you call it. If she is not helping you build that empire brick by brick, okay? If she is not honoring your celibacy and your mission here on earth, because you know you got your bloodline, you know you got your ancestors rooting for you. If she is not helping you with your, basically, you know what your kingdom spouse, you know what your kingdom spouse, your heavenly ordained soulmate, you know how you're going to know who your soulmate is versus your playmates? Because you got to go through your playmates before you receive your soulmate. And do you know, by the time, I, I, I just want to let my males know this. You have a very, very powerful energy that's within you. Okay? I'm speaking to my masculines right now. I'll get to the femmes. To my divine masculines. Okay? If you are in a relationship, if you are in anything with anybody right now, given your sexual energy, number one, you must pull back, remove your energy. Okay? This is how you're going to find out if the person that you're with is your soulmate. You're going to pull back your energy. Number one. Okay? That's key. Stop having sex is what I'm saying. All right? No matter how they feel, you must remove your energy. Okay? Number two, if whoever you're waking up to, if the first thing that they do is grab their cell phone, then you know they're not for you. Because your soulmate, your divine counterpart that matches your frequency is going to do what you do in the morning. You get up, you meditate, you connect to source. Right? Okay. Now, number two, I cannot wait to make my divine dating gold diggers edition, because I am going to talk about these fake divine counterparts who are acting like they're soulmates, but they're really gold diggers, narcissistic gold diggers. Okay? I'm going to talk more about that. How to spot them. Look, we are operating off being authentic. I always tell people your authenticity is your superpower. How you're going to know if people are not right for you is if, number one, you catch them in a lie. Number two, betrayal. If they cheated on you before and you took them back, guess what? They found a smarter way to cheat and they took you taking them back as weakness. Number two, okay? All right, let's get that very, very clear. All right, number three, they're not building their own empire. That's how you're going to know. I don't want nobody watching me build my empire, my righteous foundation, brick by brick, all by myself, for someone to watch me build my empire and then join me with it when it's done to say, oh, by the way, let me get half. No, 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 no. I've already experienced that. In this season, okay, family, my next counterpart will not be watching me build an empire. They're going to slide up on the side of me and say, hey, baby, pass that brick. I want to build this empire with you. Matter of fact, I want to bring my empire over to your empire and let's put our empire together. See, that's how it's supposed to be done. You're not supposed to be eating off my empire. You are supposed to be manifesting out of your womb and creating for yourself, just in case I wake up one day and say, you're not on my frequency. See? And now you don't have mission, passion, no products, no creation. You don't have nothing, no passion, because you were so codependent on the masculine energy taking care of you. So to my masculines, you want to get closer to the greater, number one, go celibate. Go celibate, please. Pull your sexual energy back from your counterpart. I don't care if you've been married 30 years. If there is some drama in the relationship and at the bottom of your heart that you're not equally yoked and spirit has been tap dancing on you, then you need to make some changes, and I mean expeditiously. Okay? Pull your energy back. Go into solitude. I do realize that we are all on different timelines. Yes, I do. But for those that are on the righteous path, they've been doing what they're supposed to do, vibing high, cutting off what no longer serves you, activating that third eye. Because see, family, your gut is connected, which is connected to your third eye. So detoxing is key, okay? So you can learn to operate by honoring your intuition. So nobody can just smile in your face and the whole time they backstabbing you, okay? You need to be able to see through the effery around about everybody in your life. I don't care who it is right now. All right? Many of us, star seeds, yes, have the same royal bloodline. Yeah, no, I mean, like, we're not related in the 3D, but we have the same royal bloodline, if you know what I mean, okay? Which is called our soul tribe, okay? And so, let's get to the video. I haven't even family. I haven't even started the video. All right. I'm just so let me see. I am so geeked to be able to, number one, be alive. Okay? I have so many people that don't want me here for their own, so many people for their own selfish reasons. But guess what? I am still here, family. Not only am I still here, I'm still here and I'm standing on business. All right? Okay. So let's talk about why I am celebrating life for the month of March. Let's talk about it. Okay? Now, where do I want to start, family? Because I have so many downloads and so much information. I don't want to lose y'all. Because if I'm rumbling, just hey, stick with me. Okay? Now, let's get started. For those that don't know, I went through my first spiritual awakening. Okay? It started in 2004, and it started with Dr. Miles Monroe from Nassau, Bahamas. If you guys don't know, Dr. Miles Monroe, such an amazing speaker. And he was the first one to pour gasoline on my fire. My fire was already burning. Okay? And so they killed him and his wife in an airplane crash. I think it was like 2014. So that was my mentor. Yes, Dr. Miles Monroe. Yes, a very smart guy. But he is still with us because death is not the end. It's just a transition, a change in frequency. And I'm going to cover that on another video. So let's get started. So I'm going to just run through, this is very emotional for me. But, what's more important is that I first want to say to everyone that came up against me, that everyone that's wishing bad, doing black magic, doing blue, purple, pink, ancient, I don't care what you're doing at this point. I'm too fully focused on working with my ancestors. Okay? But I just want to say, when I speak about my past and certain people in my past, it's not to be malicious or that I'm bitter. It's because number one, I'm healed. All right? I healed myself. And when you're healed, you want to speak your truth. And I'm ready to speak. I've been ready to speak my truth, family. I am ready to speak my truth. Why? Because the truth will set you free. And I mean, I feel so good. Family, lately, I have been sleeping so peaceful and so good that I wake up and be like, man, I wake up and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I slept that good. Like the feeling feels so amazing. So the energy is all about the energy, protecting your energy at all times, like in the boxing ring. All right. So let's get started. Now, all right, let's go to the picture. I got some visuals, family. I like visuals. I'm going to share some visuals of my past, where I'm at, where I came from. A lot of you don't know, my journey. And I feel like you're never supposed to be ashamed of your past, because your past, you know, it's what creates your future. You cannot run away from your past. Actually, your past circles right back around, and whatever you need to heal from your past, you need to heal it when it does come back around. Don't force your healing, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you're healing and you're reflecting, let it happen in divine flow, naturally. Don't be like, oh my God, I gotta heal, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. No, 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 no. Failure, mistakes, um, that happens all the time. What's important, and you know what I tell people all the time, mistakes is what helped me. Mistakes are life lessons learned. Okay? You just gotta know how to, number one, reset, restart, refocus as many times as you need to. Just don't quit. That's my motto. All right? Because this journey is not for the weak. It's for the warriors, the wounded warriors at that. Okay? All right, so while I was out, everybody always asks me, what did I see and what happened? I'm just going to tell you guys this. If you don't believe in dragons and unicorns, then I take a deep breath and pray and ask your ancestors and your spirit guides to give you, the knowledge and wisdom that you so desire, so you can understand a lot of the information that's been programmed, MKA altered into us, on top of being under a spell, was for us to think a lot of the mythological characters were fake in family. In all actuality, they're very real. Okay? If you haven't done your research on dragons were here in the beginning. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Do your research. If you don't believe in dragons, all right, they hide them right up under our noses, okay? Family, if you got family in Texas, no fear mongering here. Just be very, very, how can I say this? Just be on alert, okay? Because, see, the military, shout out to the military. I guess we got good and bad, right? We got good and bad judges. We got good and bad FBIs, good and bad CIA agents. We got good and bad CI. Did I say CI? We got good and bad. Yeah, everybody. So, if you don't believe in dragons, our government, as I speak right now, they actually have a mother, and I speak dragon language. I've done plenty videos about dragons, and I'm going to do another one. Like I tell everyone, just because you cannot see a dragon with your two eyes don't mean they don't exist. Okay? Earth is a realm, and we have other realms with many other deities and monsters and a lot else going on that the average person cannot digest. Okay? And so if you Google, I think it's called Flesh Pit National Park, that lets you know how diabolical the powers that be are. So they have 2 real dragons. Yes, these dragons are real. Okay? They are huge. All right? And it's a mother and a baby dragon. And our military and government They have been siphoning oil out of their veins. Yes, very sick, number one. Not only that, because see, they make money. When they have an agenda, their agenda is not just for one agenda. Does that make sense? Like when they go to do something, they make sure they benefit out of in like 5 different ways. So not only are they siphoning oil from the veins of these 2 dragons, they have oil rigs on top of their backs. They also have a Flesh Pit National Park that you could sign up to. I don't even know if they're still giving tours. So many people have died, okay, going on this tour. Look, I done did my research about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It's information that needs to be, I'm going to redo the videos. All right. YouTube, they didn't like me back then, and that's okay because these videos got to come. The truth got to come regardless. So I am going to I think I'm going to cover that video again, discussing how disgusting our government and military has been, not just with the animals and the dragons. Can you imagine when they're activated? Because they will be activated. The creator of heaven and earth will activate all the dragons. Family, you guys do realize we have nothing but dragons under us. But I'm gonna save that for another video. The reason why I'm talking about it is because, like I said, I was kicking it with the unicorns and the dragons while I was out. I want to say this, that if you believe it, you shall receive it. So when you have a near-death experience or you're about to die, whatever you create in your mind is your reality. That is your projection at death. Okay? So if I believe in a sky daddy that's coming to save me and rapture me up, then that's exactly the projection I'm going to get at my near-death experience or through my transition. Okay? So that's the biggest secrets that they're not going to say. You are what you believe. Whatever you believe, you receive. If you believe that, then that's the false outcome that you're going to get. Okay? So it's very important to go within. Okay? So you don't have to go without. Just go within. All right? Heal that inner child. All right? Pull your energy back from people that don't really love you, because that's all the negative energy is. People that a fake smile, someone that's always fake smiling, you could tell when the smile is authentic. You got to be careful. All right? So I talked about the dragons. I explained that we have, I don't want to pump fear in anyone, but family, it is dragons all through. If you are a person that you have the eyes to see, if you look on Google Earth cannot hide our angels or our dragons. Did y'all know that? Do y'all know that you can see real life angels and dragons? What's the highest form of an angel? Come on now. It's a dragon. Dragon. All right, but I'm going to talk about that for another video, because I don't want to, make people think like it's the energy is this. While I was out in my coma, I was kicking it with dragons and the purest, whitest unicorn you could ever see in your life. Okay? So I slipped into a coma. This was 2017. I basically was in the hospital for my whole pregnancy family. I almost lost my mind. Okay? So I'm going to talk about how I got there and what happened when I came out. But let's go through this. So I did explain, for those that don't know, many of us have reincarnated back here on earth. So that's why, like at a young age, at the age of 12, I was driving. Okay? It was like I was an adult at the age of 12 already. And that's not because I was fast or I wanted to grow up fast. It's because I've done this before. I've done this plenty and plenty and plenty, reincarnating. Boss tired. When I came this last reincarnation, I came in, I was like, it's go time. What we doing? Like I said, I started driving at the age of 12. I started working for the mob by the age of 13. I bought my first car by the age of 13. No, 14. Yeah. I bought my first car by the age of 14. And at that time, my mom knew I'm sure she was like, what on earth? But yes, I was not your average 15-year-old. So, like I said, I got hired by the mob, which gave me my mob protection. So I know how all that works. I bought my car, thought I was, ooh-wee. I got pregnant at 15, okay? And, but by that time, I felt like I was a full adult. Had some run-ins with the law. By the time I was 18, by the time I was 21, I made $1 million. Now, that's nothing to brag about, family, because I'm sure many of us have made that. In my lifetime, I've made that maybe a couple times, but it does not matter that you make $1 million. What matters is how to keep it and to make sure you have the type of people that's not going to betray you, okay, and steal from you. So you can keep that money reciprocating in. So yeah, my beginning journey, when I tell you, I was groomed properly. How I move and how I do things is because of my experiences in life. Okay? All right? I've been kidnapped, shot, robbed, stabbed. I mean, literally everything. So, no threats of fear or someone stalking me or threatening to kill me. None of that phases me. I have been through, I mean, I have gotten my ass worn out, family. But I am still thankful. I am still grateful. And my heart is still open, no matter what. Okay? I have learned how to alchemize the energy. And that is exactly what I want to help those, who are stuck and stagnant, who may need some help just by one word, you know? So, all right. So let's see, 21, I made $1 million. And then so at the age of, I want to say, okay, so 21. And so I come from the industry. And so my experience was that I had a family member who had to deal with Kanye West when Kanye first, on his very first tour, I think it was like 2005. And so my family member chose me to manage the tour to make sure, it was a family member. You always need a family member to have your back, at least one. And so right before I went On that tour, I had a spiritual awakening, family. Yes. Could you imagine at the age of 25? I'm so excited. Creator, like, come back here. Before you go on this tour with all these nasty, diabolical, I'm going to lift your veil just a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. So, the Creator lifted my veil. So by the time I made on that tour, I was seeing things through the third eye. I was like, ooh, no. Put it like this. I witnessed so much just I'm telling you, if you thinking about getting in that industry, before you get in the entertainment industry, make up, get together, get your money together, because we can do it, and make our own entertainment industry, right? Like our own frequency. I don't know what that's called, or like I don't know like what we need to do, but before we bow down to the wicked and worship anything other than the Creator, I will start my own platform of anything that I need before yeah, I mean, like literally. Um, so, it's like you you got to be careful how you're moving out here. All right. And so I witnessed the most diabolical events while I was on that tour. Now, don't get me wrong, it was some good people on that tour. All right. It was some good people on that tour. Shout out to Twista, and his manager, Ross. Shout out to them. Some good people. And so I came off the tour. Did I witness some sick things? Yes. Did I meet some amazing people? Yes. I met some, some future business partners, potential business partners. I met some people that I didn't leave. I actually we built a relationship and we kept communications open. So I got off the tour, and my mind was so blew back. I said, I'm on my way back home. I was in the car. I said, I'm finna get married and have a baby. Like at that point, I'm like, I'm finna get married. I'm finna have a son. I'm finna just, I was like ready to do the right. I'm finna get baptized. I witnessed the most wicked, sinister that I ran into the church. I made sure it was a trusted church. I went to one of the churches where I grew up next door to one of the pastors. So I'm like, okay, I know him. I know, his history, and, I know he stands on business. So I thought, but it's cool. So I go get baptized. And the moment I got baptized, the whole, like literally the church wanted to sleep with me. That we had the ushers um, having orgy parties with the band, with the people that play the instruments. It was just, we had the deacons having sex with maybe half of the men in there. I mean, like, and family is not just happening at this church. It's happening. It's going to happen when you have false prophets that chose their self to be in the, and it's all going to crumble. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, okay? Um, but I just want to say that you don't have to pay money to talk to the Creator. Nope. You don't need any money. You just need to be pure, obedient, you know, and you can't lie to the Creator. You can't say, "Oh, I'm ready to turn my life. Please forgive me. I repent." Because guess what? It has to align with your heart. Your intentions have to be pure. So ain't no faking, no funk. You gotta walk that walk if you're gonna talk it. You gotta walk it like you talk it. Or talk it like you walk it. What's the song? I walk it how I talk it. Whatever the song is, I walk it how I talk it. And that's what being authentic is about. The Creator knows we're not perfect, but once again, our heart must be light as a feather. Okay? You can't have you can't have a platform out here. You can't be trying to make some motion talking about I'm chosen, I'm a divine being, and your heart is very heavy, okay? Because you're going to get exposed, all right? Okay, so let's get back to the story. So I went, all right, so I went to the church, I got baptized, and I seen that the church members were diabolically, sexual immortality all through there, incest, molestation, and so I discovered that and I ran. I ran in, got baptized, and ran right out and never looked back. I kept seeking and seeking, and the more I was seeking, the more I evolved. And so, like, we're at 20 years now. I was telling family, friends, and foe about things that are happening now 20 years ago, and they were like, yeah, okay, Shauna, go on, girl. Gone with that fear mongering. They called me like, they said I was fear mongering. I'm like, I am just trying to awaken as many of my soul tribe that I can. Okay? As many, I don't care if I look, listen. I am a very private person. I am a natural born hermit. I don't approach people. I don't um I don't to yeah, I'm just not like I'm very shy. Okay. So if I um walked up to you, or if I presented you with some information, or even if I gifted you something, or I tried to connect with you in any kind of way, baby, it's because I was divinely guided to you, and the Creator was like, hey, AHT, you got to do this. And that means you're a part of my mission on earth. I don't know. We got a job to do. I got a soul tribe. I came to you. I presented to you. Many looked at me like, what? Is you all right? But, it's okay. And many are like, yes, let's go. But only a remnant. I am not going to be able, okay? And as a light worker, as a starseed, we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot save everybody, okay? The only people that you are supposed to save are the people that are divinely guided in your path, not the people that you go chasing to try to make them believe what you see. The people that are brought, I don't care how they are brought into your life, I don't care how they approach you, but they are divinely guided into your life. And those are the people that are part of your soul tribe. You are not, you don't have to go chasing your soul tribe. You don't have to make videos for clout. You don't have to do that. You do things, in your authentic energy, divinely guided, because you are divinely protected. All right? All right, so let me get back on, because this video can go 2 hours, family. And I don't think I've ever done a 2 hour video, so why not? Let's go. Okay, so where did I leave off? Okay, so the music industry. Okay, so I figured the church out, left the church, started seeking, sticking with Dr. Miles Monroe, just started seeking and seeking, and I started evolving and getting more knowledge. And so I decided to move to Arizona. This was a move. The negative energy in my community where I'm from is so thick, okay? Meaning nobody's happy for you. Everybody, if you got something going, don't nobody like you. Ain't nobody gonna support you. Nobody, okay? Even if you look like something, you hate it, all right? And so I didn't have a lot of friends growing up because I spoke, my truth. My throat chakra has never been blocked. I mean, I speak my mind. Okay, and that is how I came into this world. And I am not, I've been dimming my light, basically all my life, trying to make others feel comfortable. And so them days is over with, family. We supposed to be living in our lights, our true identity, our true authentic selves. I mean, hate me or love me, but you're going to hate me more than you love me, because if you are not healed, I will trigger you. So, I have more haters than I do um, with people that like me, but that is not going to stop nothing. Nothing at all, family. All right. So, let's go. I moved to Arizona. Let's get off this picture. This picture is not something I want to keep looking at. But, anyways, so I moved to Arizona and I decided that, um, the person that I was married to, when I made it here in Arizona, the energy changed. I was going through my spiritual awakenings, the energy changed. So the people around me, I'm like, I'm not feeling you. So my ex-spouse, I said, you know, I have a mission here, and I don't think that our mission is aligned up. Maybe we need some space. You know, I did the let's give each other some space, and if we are meant for each other, if we really love each other, we'll come back around. But that didn't happen. So I tried to leave in, and I ended up getting pregnant. I was in the hospital for um, my whole. I want to say I was there about 8 months, about 7.5, 8 months, I believe. And, just there, hospital, sucking my blood every 6 hours. And by the way, family, when you're in the hospital, if the hospital comes and wants to draw your blood every 6 hours, say no. Just please say no. There is no medical reason. They just want your blood. They want your good royal blood. Okay? They might even be drinking it in the basement. Yes, I meant that. Okay? So be very careful when I say protect your energy. Protect your energy, family, because while I was out in this coma, I had witches and warlocks. Yes, in the hospital, in the medical field. Oh boy, did they try to destroy my throat chakra. I assume, in my mind, I assumed they knew who I was. I assume, because if they know who we are already, they just waiting for us to wake up. You know, if they knew who I was, then I believe that some things were done maliciously. And, hey, I've already given it to my ancestors, and they handling all my drama. I'm not gonna raise a fist, okay? I'm not gonna do any of that. But so I decided that when I woke up, I seen the scheme of what was happening. So I discharged myself out the hospital. I had to learn how to eat, talk, walk all over again. Um, and that is, I'm still learning. I'm still healing. Excuse me. I'm still healing as far as, with technology and learning social media. Family, I don't know how to work. I don't know how to work Instagram. I just post. I don't know how to work Facebook. I just learned just by experience, by just doing it. I'm probably, if I took a class or if someone taught me how to really use social media the proper way, I probably would be posting and doing things more often, which is, I'm sure I'll get there. But so I had to learn, after being very, very tech savvy, I had to learn a lot of things over again. So I came home and I healed myself. But when I came home, excuse me, I came home and I felt ill again, only to go back in the hospital and give birth to, we're going to call him KD. KD came out. I still had him premature. And KD came out. He came out praying. And these are two pictures that I have of him. He came out praying, and because of my altercation that I had, um, KD was an incubator baby. So, by the way, I keep forgetting. So many want to know how I slipped into a coma. So, the hospital gave me some medication that they claimed that I was allergic to, and I had an allergic reaction, and all my holes swelled up, and they called my family and said, prepare. Mama Copper had to fly in. Shout out to Mama Copper. My mom had to fly in and, stand on business. And she's been standing on business. Mama Copper flew in. She ain't never left me. I mean, she go back and forth to Illinois, but for the most part, my mother is amazing. And I am going to make sure I give mommy her flowers. Oh, yes. I continuously. Okay? Honor your mother and father or your days will be numbered. I don't care. I'm telling you, as long as you do right by anybody that did you wrong, don't worry. The creator karma is real. You reap what you sow. Okay? All right. So, yes, gosh, I have so much information, family, that I don't know if I'm gonna do a part 2 of this, but I don't want to make it long. But let's get past this. I got this. Okay, so I had KD, and like I said, he was an incubator baby. This is him, getting bigger. He looks big now, but he was so small. He was like 5'3". By the way, he was born May 3rd and weighed 5'3". So he was born 5'3" and weighed 5'3". Now, if that's not a synchronicity, okay. And so Kadir, he got out the hospital, and this is us, fresh out. We started coming outside. I didn't sit in the house. I made sure I got out after being in the hospital so long. Me and KD. KD is he's a 21-year-old trapped in a 7-year-old body. His conversations, I mean, the man knows a lot of information. I call him my spirit guide. He's my spirit guide, okay? All right, let's get on with my story. Okay, family, so let's talk about this. So I don't think I have all the visuals, but that's okay. I will use what I have. So I started right after I came out of my coma and I healed myself. I had a different perspective of life, of course. When you have a near-death experience, of course, everything changes in your life. You start looking at life, you have a second chance at life, right? So I decided to start a clothing brand called Hustle Bunny. In the hood, I was the Hustle Bunny. The hood gave me that name. I was a hustle bunny. I hustled fast and I stayed out the way, minding my business. So what I did was I decided to take my little childhood neighborhood name, Hustle Bunny, and create a character, because a real hustle bunny is a hardworking woman on her grind daily. Go to the Urban Dictionary. And so if you Google me, yeah, I said it. Google me. No, I'm just kidding, family. But if you Google Hustle Bunny, you'll see my story pop up. So I started a clothing brand. I was gifted, right out of surgery, I was gifted a budget of $1 million. Okay? Now, I know that seems like wow, but stick with me. Let me tell you this story. So, one of my very, very, very good doctor friends said, I believe in you. Let's go. What you need to do, what you want to do, let's do it. You got your second chance. I'm going to gift you this. So I'm like, wow, let me get going. Let me start thinking of things and printing up things and getting my logo going. And my mission was to empower women. Didn't matter what color you are. Majority of my models were white, Chinese, Mexican, Black, African. I had all my models were mixed. I did not have just all Afro American, all no. I believe in the rainbow. I had every nationality representing my clothing brand. Okay? And so I decided that I'm gonna go on tour, right? And I'm gonna I'm just gonna motivate other women. It was kind of like a women empowerment to like get off government assistance. Let's get off all this that we've been on for years because government assistance is for a transition. It's not to be on for 10, 20 years collecting food stamps. So my mission was okay, I don't want to empower women, right? But this time I want to hustle. I want to hustle in the righteous way. I want to do it different. I don't want to hustle in a negative way. So I started to connect with other people. And what I did was all my connections that I had from being on tour, all the people that I was still talking to, um, I still had them. So I called them. I'm thinking like, I know I don't want to be in this industry, but family, I was thinking they could help me sell my clothing brand, right? So, I said, okay, I'm gonna put one foot in, okay? But once I get my following up, and once I get the proper people buying my clothing, I am done. That was that was the plan, okay? Remember, I'm divinely guided, so sometimes your plans don't fall through. So, okay, so I started the brand, and moving here in Arizona, I didn't get the respect at all. I mean, I had to do club walkthroughs, and I had to be in the club and kind of mingle with the people that maybe would buy my clothing. I mean, kids as well. I had a lot of kids love my clothing, but women my age at the time. So when I moved here in Arizona, they gave me such a hard time, family, with my clothing brand. These women here, let me tell you, I mean, it's going to be haters everywhere you go, but the killer part was they thought I was a 25-year-old young girl starting her own clothing brand, and I got the most hate. I mean, I thought in my mind, I said, okay, where I'm from, everybody know me, I'm most hated. By me moving to another state, I got a up. Nobody knows me. Oh man, boy, it didn't matter if they knew me or not. They didn't like me. They did not like me. It did not matter that they didn't know me. They looked at me and they said, I don't like her. So I had a lot of delays. I had a lot of pushback. I had no support here in Arizona. Okay. So let me see what happened. Okay. So I, what happened? Okay. So one of my family members, okay, one of my family members, um, they hooked me up with the money team. Shout out to the money team, Money Shy, all of those guys. Shout out to them. So I had a family member say, hey, he hooked me up with the money team. And, I don't think he thought that they were going to take me seriously. So he hooked the meeting up. I told the money team my story. I told them, um, what I had went through. And I just told them my mission. I told them what I wanted to do. And, and I'm like, these people are not gonna, they gonna laugh at me. And so the next day, after talking to them, Money Shot calling like, yeah, I can see us doing business with you. I can see a future, you know. We got this going on. We got that. I can help you bring some flow, traffic to your clothing brand, basically. So, um, I was excited. I'm like, what? I'm like, I thought they was gonna laugh at me. Like, I didn't even think they were gonna take me seriously. But see, my family member that introduced me to them, he didn't think they were gonna take me seriously anyway. But when he found out that they was interested in me, I got a call. I mean, it, he literally must have lost his mind. He called the money team and told them that I wasn't good for business and that everything I touch doesn't prosper or something like that, which in actuality is the opposite. Now, family, you know, I know everybody think, oh, family can be your worst enemy, okay? Not only did the money team not listen to my family member, that was like our first conversation was on the Monday. It took them 24 hours to get back with me to tell me if they wanted to work with me or not. They flew into Phoenix that Friday. Their whole crew, DJ Bling, because they heard that I was getting bullied, harassed. And when they heard that, when I tell you they flew in and stood on business. So there was this particular club family, and this club treated me like crap. Okay? When I tell you, when the money team came in and gave me that support and they took over the DJ stand, not only did we take over the whole club, we did a whole photo shoot. Let me find this picture, family. We did a whole photo shoot inside the club and outside the club. Now, like I said, I don't care what celebrities or the entertainment industry is doing. Okay? But what I do know is when I came into contact with the money team and Money Shy and them, they treated me with love, compassion, respect. I mean, I felt like a queen around them. Seriously, like I had a throne on my head. Okay? They came in and they stood on business. Okay? And it was the most amazing night because all my bullies had to hear Hustle Bunny all night coming from the DJ after bullying me, after dogging me out. I'm telling you, that was the most, that experience right there. And when I went back to that club, they treated me like I was the money team. Okay? I never had a problem after that. Even though I never was a clubber, I only went to clubs on business. If I had to, going to networking was what I did. I maybe network about 45 minutes to an hour and I am out of there. That was the plan. But so yeah, hey, I were hooked up with the money team. I started modeling for them, just doing things. They allow me to use their boxing ring. I flew into Philadelphia. I think we went to New York, and that was me fresh out of a coma, family. And I'm like, let's go. And I mean, I'm in shape more than I am now than I was then, but this is me fresh out the coma. I still think I look good, family. Yes, I did. I modeled this me, my warrior mode. You know, I smile a lot, but I can also model. This is my model frown, family. Yes. And you know, the money team supported me. They invited me to, they had I think it was a fundraiser event called Heaven in the Hills. And it was a little get together they had in Beverly Hills, and everybody had to wear white. And I'm sorry, family. I just got supported by them. And this is Dylan and Money Shy. Money Shy, that's like my big brother. Okay. um, Even though I am no longer in the industry, they are still my family. Okay. For those that don't know, I come from boxing. Okay. I trained a little bit, but being in that lifestyle that I was living, I would say I got hijacked, but I still train. I still box, not professionally, but hey, I got these hands. I still got these hands, and I use them in the ring only. All right. So, yeah, I just start modeling and just getting the support from the money team and other people. Because, see, family, in this industry, okay, one thing I want to tell you, these are a couple pictures. This is me. I did not play with my boots, family. I do not play with my boots. But just start doing shoots. Shout out to Darius Love. He's a good guy. Um, Ludacris is authentic. I mean, I'm talking to people that I've had conversations with, and I was able to read their energy. Um, and so, also, what I want to say is in the music industry, you got to be very, in the entertainment industry, period, because before I hooked up with the money team, I was getting raped, family. Be careful with these people who say they can manage you, okay? Especially the ones from the foreigners, the Caribbeans or Jamaica or wherever, because I had a manager, family, charging me $6,000 a month to manage my clothing brand, because see, in my mind, I'm like, I still want to be a mommy, take care of home, and run this brand. So I paid a lot of people to do things for me. Okay. And that is the biggest no. Now, don't get me wrong. My shisty manager from Jamaica, did he get the job done? Yes, he did, but he charged me triple. And when I found that out, I wanted to spaz, but it is what it is. I took it as a life lesson learned. Okay? When I tell you that entertainment industry, they not they don't care about you. Okay? Nobody cares about anybody. It's money and power. Okay? So I had people taking from me, stealing from me. All right? And so it was good to have the money team there. So I celebrated a second chance at life, right? I took that second chance, and I thought that I wanted to be in the entertainment industry. So I thought, okay? But what the creator did was say, okay, this is the industry you want to be in? You want to be in this industry, huh? So bad. You're spending all your money, you're paying all these people. And look what happened, family. When I awakened out of my coma, my family, my friends, and even foe was praying. When I say not Praying, I mean Preying. When I mean that they were praying on my downfall. The first couple months coming out of my coma, my memory was a little shaky. And so my family and my loved ones, what they did was they played on that by stealing money and betraying me and just playing so many narcissistic, manipulative games that, you know, by the time COVID hit, I did the tour. I went to Super Bowl in Miami right before COVID hit. And then I went to Chicago for the All-Star. Okay. And then right when I landed from the All-Star, the whole world was shut down. Right? And so I'm like, I'm tripping. I'm like, in my mind, I think different than everybody else. Everybody else is like, oh, we shut down. They just trying to boo, boo, boo. We're going to be right back up. In my mind, I was asking two questions. Who can shut the whole world down? Number one. And why? So I prayed about it and I asked the Creator. I said, wow. And the answer I got was, because my children like to be entertained. The only way to get the divine beings to repent, turn back from their wicked ways, and seek the Creator and get a relationship and get closer to the Creator was to shut down the whole world. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. And that's the answer I got. And I was like, wow. And so, knowing that I was going through my spiritual awakening and I was ascending, I got a phone call. I got that phone call. It wasn't a conference call. You know, I didn't call my whole family up. I didn't tell my ex, hey, I got that call. I got the phone call, family. And that phone call was, get my house in order. Now, that's one phone call you don't want to miss. When I got that phone call, I'm like, okay, nope, Creator first. Whoever don't like it, hike it. And that is what it was. And everybody prayed on my downfall, tried to stop me. I'm talking to everybody. The government, the military, the CIA, the FBI, judges, lawyers, my ex, my family, everybody that was paid to come in my life and stop me from fulfilling my life purpose and my heart's desires. Oh boy. Oh boy. You reap what you sow. Okay? Because when COVID hit, I made a decision that the Creator is first. I made a decision that I'm going to be the first curse breaker in my bloodline. And I stood on it. And when I stood on business, I got attacked in so many ways, family. But God. But God, my ancestors, my angels, my spirit guides, they have been having my back. I can't give no credit to no man. I can't give no credit to nobody. I'm giving my credit to the Creator of heaven and earth. My ancestors, my spirit guides, my archangels. That's the only person, people, place, and things can never keep me from. Nobody can stop me from connecting to Source or my ancestors. You damn sure can't stop the angels. And I'm telling you, shout out to Archangel Michael. Okay? Whether you believe or not, I'm here to make a non-believer a believer. Okay? And I'm not doing it by force. I'm going to do it just by life experiences. Okay, family? Okay, family. So I rumbled for this amount of time. Okay? There is a lot I'm going to cover on my next videos. There might be a lot I repeat. Okay? But just know, in this season, if you want to live a prosperous, abundant, loving, compassionate life, and wait, let me back it up, because some people think when I say abundant, I am talking about monetary gains, materialistic items. I am not. I am talking about the abundant energy that my ancestors had me in right now. That is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about helping as many as I can in my soul tribe to say, hey, don't be scared to slide in my DMs and ask for help. Okay? I won't bite. I don't bite. I am very, very outgoing and friendly and warm and affectionate and although I am also authentic, I stand on business, I stand firm, okay? But I do know how to balance my masculine and feminine energy out. Just know, whatever energy you come at me on, that's the energy that I'm going to match. Okay, so it is what it is. There is no mask. I don't have a mask on. I'm not going to remove my mask. What you see is what you get on this platform. And yes, I'm still gonna. I'm still got my podcast. I have some people that's helping me get this podcast situation. Because, like I said, family, I'm starting from scratch. All the knowledge I did know is gone. So it's okay. I love to learn all over again. I love to learn new things. And so, it is what it is. But I'm going to close this video out because I could keep going and going and going. Like I said, I just wanted to give a little portion of my story because I am writing a book and I do want people to learn from my experiences, and I do want to help people out in situations so they don't have to go through the same trauma I went through. I'm willing to give the blueprint. Okay? I ain't no gatekeeping over here. Okay, so I want to help people heal. Okay? I want to help people be happy. Okay? And that's a life, work, health, career, everything. On every level of your life, you must stand on business, especially if you're trying to break these generational curses. Okay? So, I am so excited. Divine Dating Family. I went from talking about it to being about it. So I am officially divine dating. And family, it's only been 20 years since I've been in the dating scene, but I am well equipped. My intuition is ready. I'm just, oh gosh, I've already been on a business date, so I'm tiptoeing out there slowly. Oh, and I want to go over that with you guys as well. Like I said, it's been 20 years, and I believe in things like on the first dates, I'm paying for my own meal. I'm just stuff like that. I just want to, that has always been my frequency because I'm like, you don't know me, I don't know you. I don't owe you, you don't owe me. Let's pay for each other's dinner. Worst case scenario, hey, if it don't work, if we don't like each other, then cool. You ain't got to say you paid for my meal and you wasted time, you know. And so if it does work out, then that's cool. We'll do date number two. We'll see how it works. But, I'm excited to be back out in this dating scene. Um, of course, I have my little pool, and I'm gonna go over that in Divine Dating. So Divine Dating is coming back. I'm doing my Who Are My Ancestors, because I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to explain how a very, very important matriarch, Big Mama, in my family was murdered, okay, by her own children for money. So I'm going to give a little detail in that, okay? I'm also going to discuss, let's talk about death, you know, the truth about death. Family, we've been lied to, okay? Your whole life is a lie. You must question everything, okay? Because we have, some cowardly clout chasers, is what I call them. That's my new word. Cowardly clout chasers, because we have cowards that operate in secret to try to destroy the light workers, the star seeds, the chosen ones, but they can't step to us in our face and shoot all this negative energy. They have to do it behind closed doors because they already know. But it's all good. I'm gonna cover a multitude of things. I'm also gonna do another art of detachment, because I'm going to explain my story. I'm going to explain and give the blueprint how to strategically detach from someone you are dating or married to. And yes, my blueprint works, because I have good testimonies of breaking up unhappy homes. And I am honored. Yes, I said it. I said, I have been breaking up unhappy homes. Yes. And let me tell you something. And I'm going to talk about it on the art of detachment. But I just want to say this. One of my clients that I have helped leave a unhappy home, when she called me, I thought something was seriously wrong with her. This lady was so happy to be free and evolving and ascending and doing the right thing. So, hey, does it work? Yes, it works. Does my strategies work? They work. But if you're not on my frequency, if you're not ready to make a, life-changing transformation, then I'm not for you. I realize this. I'm not for everybody. I realize that I'm only for the lost sheep, right? I'm not going to be for everybody. Everybody that listens to my videos won't understand where I come from. That's okay. They might not understand me now, but I guarantee you they will understand me in the future. Okay? All right, family. Before I go, let me find a protection. I want to say a protection prayer. I want to call back the energy as a whole for my whole soul tribe. Okay? Like I said, family, I enjoy speaking to like-minded individuals. Um, I love connecting with my soul tribe. If you connect with me on my frequency, don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need help. While I set up my new business, I'm in the process of setting up a whole new business. I'm always going to have Copper Color Creations, but I got so many copycats that I have to, I'm doing something different. In the meantime, if you need any advice, any help with anything you feel I can assist you with, don't hesitate to contact me via email, social media. It doesn't matter. My email is coppercolorcreations with the S at gmail.com. Until I get my business email and everything start flowing, I'm going to use that one. So, hey, tap in, clock my tea. All right now, family. I call back my power and energy from the souls that unknowingly and knowingly drain me. Pretend with me or forget the intuition I carry to recognize truth. I call upon the angels to cut cords with dead energy that no longer serves me, to strengthen my spirit for attacking and manifesting powerful connections as I move ahead. I call back my energy from all of the corners I have found myself in and take center stage again of my own life. So shall it be, family. I enjoyed every minute, and like I said, if you, whatever you're going through right now, family, it is temporary. It is temporary. If you're feeling stuck and stagnant, it is temporary. Okay? Shake that energy off. All right? And I mean expeditiously. Shake it off. All right? It's time for us to stand on business. Okay? All right now. Until next time. One. I pray for my home.